Excluded from my sister's wedding, I went on vacation. When the wedding fell apart, my whole family frantically tried to reach me. I wasn't invited to my own sister's wedding. So, instead of sticking around and feeling sorry for myself, I booked a vacation. When the big day finally rolled around, my phone practically lit on fire with texts from my family, all of them suddenly desperate to find out where I was. "You're being dramatic," my mom had said. "It's just a wedding." But it wasn't just a wedding. It was my sister's wedding. And they didn't include me. I ended up planning the trip after reading one particular message for the 5th time. "Hey, it started, just wanted to let you know the guest list is full, and we had to make some tough choices. Hope you understand. Love you." Tough choices. Tough choices? I wasn't some distant cousin or an old friend from back in the day. I was her brother. Her only brother. The same brother who had been there through every heartbreak, every mental breakdown, every move, every rent payment when things got tight. And now she was brushing me off like an afterthought? I sat there staring at my screen, disbelief creeping up my chest. It had to be a mistake. I even chuckled, just a short, disbelieving laugh, and called my mom. She picked up after 2 rings, cheerful as ever. "Hi, sweetheart. What's going on?" "Don't give me the usual small talk," I said, cutting straight to the point. "I just got a message from Sophie. Apparently, the guest list is closed and I didn't make the cut." There was a long pause. The kind of silence that says more than any words. "Oh, honey," she sighed finally, slipping into that tone she used when she thought I was being unreasonable. "It's just a wedding. Don't take it so personally. Just a wedding." That phrase hit me like a punch to the gut. "Are you serious right now?" I asked, my voice low and steady. "Mom, I'm her brother. How in the world did it make sense to exclude me from my own sister's wedding?" She made this noise like I was a child throwing a tantrum. It wasn't anything personal. They had to keep the guest list small. "Mom," I said, cutting her off, "I just saw Sophie's Instagram post. She invited 150 people." Another awkward pause, followed by a forced laugh. "Well, you know how these things go. Weddings are expensive. Maybe they figured you wouldn't mind missing this one." Wouldn't mind? I couldn't even respond at first. My chest burned with this deep, bitter ache. "Wouldn't mind?" I finally repeated. "Mom, I've been there for Sophie every step of the way. I helped her move twice. When she lost her job, we paid half her rent. I sat with her through that awful breakup. And now I'm not even worth a seat at her wedding?" "Oh, stop being so dramatic," she sighed again. "It's one day. You're overreacting." I let out a dry laugh. "Overreacting, huh? Sure. I already know how this'll go. I'll raise my voice, you'll tell me to calm down, Sophie will apologize half-heartedly later, and I'm supposed to just forgive and forget. Like always. Not this time." Something inside me snapped. If I wasn't important enough to be included, then fine, I'd stay out of it altogether. I hung up the phone without another word and stared at the screen. If I wasn't going to be at Sophie's wedding, then I was going to be somewhere much better. And the more I thought about it, the more fired up I got. I wasn't some teenager sulking over hurt feelings. This had been building up for a long time. Sophie had forgotten my birthday for 3 years running. She only ever called when she needed something. And Mom always expected me to be the forgiving one. The peacekeeper. The one who let it go. But this? This was another level. I wasn't going to sit at home feeling sorry for myself while they played picture-perfect family without me. If my presence didn't matter to them, then they wouldn't get it when they needed me either. I opened my laptop and started looking for flights. If Sophie got to have the best day of her life, then I was damn sure going to have the best week of mine. It took me less than an hour. I booked a 5-star all-inclusive resort in the Caribbean, ocean view, full spa access, private beach, the works. I'd always told myself trips like that were too expensive, too indulgent. But not this time. This wasn't just a vacation. This was a statement. By the time the wedding weekend rolled around, I was already sipping champagne in first class, stretching my legs and feeling weightless. I posted a picture feet up, glass in hand, and added a little caption. "Guess I didn't make the guest list, but I think I'll survive." The replies came in fast. My cousins sent laughing emojis. My aunt, the only one in the family with a shred of common sense, wrote, "Good for you. Should have taken me with you." But my favorite? My mom's reaction. She sent 3 texts back to back. "Where are you? Are you really missing your sister's wedding over this? You're being mean." Mean? I wasn't even close to done yet. I snapped a photo of the white sand beach, the impossibly blue ocean, and the palm trees swaying like something out of a postcard. Then I sent it to her, turned off my phone, and exhaled. They weren't going to guilt me into anything this time. For once, I wasn't putting my family first. I was putting me first. And it felt incredible. By the time I arrived in paradise, any trace of guilt I might have had was long gone. The second I stepped out of the airport, the warm breeze wrapped around me, heavy with salt and tropical flowers. A sleek black SUV was waiting to take me to the resort, stocked with cold towels and bottled water. And in that moment, I knew I had made the right call. This was so much better than a wedding. As we cruised along the coastline, I couldn't help but think about how perfectly everything had worked out. Back home, they were probably still scrambling, ironing tablecloths, faking smiles, making excuses. Sophie was probably laughing it up with her bridesmaids, not giving me a second thought. But here? I wasn't an afterthought. Here, I was the priority. For the first time in a long time. The resort looked like something out of a dream. Palm trees right there in the lobby, ocean breeze drifting through the open-air design, and before I even checked in, they handed me a cocktail. And then I saw my room. It was perfect. Floor-to-ceiling windows, a private balcony, and the most beautiful king-size bed I'd ever seen. I dropped my bags, walked straight outside, and just stood there on the balcony, staring out at the horizon. No noise. No expectations. Just me and the ocean. I snapped a photo, sunlight spilling over turquoise waves, palm trees swaying like they were in on the secret, and posted it with a caption that was more than a little petty. When one door closes, another one opens, preferably to a suite with beach access and unlimited daiquiris. Yeah. I knew it would reach them. And honestly? I wanted it to. Not to be cruel, but because, for once, maybe they'd feel what it was like to be left out. To be the one sitting at home while everyone else celebrated. And that was just the beginning. My first full day there was straight out of a dream. I started with room service, fluffy pancakes, mango slices that actually tasted like mango, and coffee so good it made me question everything I'd ever sipped back home. Then I spent the rest of the day doing absolutely nothing I didn't want to do. No family drama. No guilt trips. No damage control. Just me, the ocean, and the sound of waves playing therapist. In the afternoon, I was sprawled out on a lounger beside the infinity pool, martini in hand, sunglasses on, watching the sky slowly melt into shades of gold. Every now and then, I glanced at my phone not to check on my family, but to read the mounting comments under my vacation posts. They were gold. Cousin Max, dude. Where are you? Aunt Claire, okay, now you're just being extra face with tears of joy. An old college friend, uncle, next time bring me along. And then I saw it. Sophie saw your story. Bingo. I could see her in my mind, sitting in some overly decorated bridal suite, sipping cheap champagne, scrolling through Instagram, trying not to choke on her feelings while I was out here living my absolute best life. Well. I laid back, took another sip, and smiled. Enjoy your special day, sis, I whispered to the ocean. Hope it's everything you ever wanted. But just as the sun dipped low and turned the water to molten gold, something weird happened. My phone blew up. At first, I assumed it was just more engagement on my post. But then I noticed the names. Mom. Sophie. Cousin Max, Uncle Greg. Call after call. Message after message. My notifications looked like a fire alarm. I raised an eyebrow and finally unlocked the screen. The first message was from Mom. Call me. It's an emergency. An emergency? Now I was interested. Max's message came next. Bro. You are not gonna believe what just happened. Okay, now I had to know. I sat up, towel still draped around my shoulders, and opened the group of texts. And there it was. The universe's little gift, wrapped up in panic and family dysfunction. Sophie's beautiful wedding? Had been a disaster. I scrolled through the messages, trying not to laugh. Max, dude, you dodged a missile. Mom, call me now. This is a family crisis. Sophie, please. Where are you? I need you. I took another sip of my drink and leaned back, letting the breeze do its thing. Then came the kicker. Zoe, cousin, the groom left. I choked on my martini. Left? Like, left the venue? Oh, this was better than reality TV. I texted Max, finally giving in to the chaos. Me, wait. What do you mean he left? Max, bro, full collapse. He and Sophie got into it during the reception, and he just left. Drove off. No goodbye. Max again, and then Uncle Greg and Dad started screaming about the family name, Grandma Rose cried, and the venue shut down the open bar. I put the phone down, laughing so hard my sides hurt. This was the wedding I got cut from? Suddenly, I was everyone's first call. The same people who didn't think I was worth inviting were now acting like I was the glue holding the family together. I could already hear Mom in my head, "You need to fix this. Sophie needs you." Yeah, no. Then, like she knew I was thinking about her, Sophie texted again. "Sophie, please pick up. I need you." Suddenly, I was important again. I took a long breath, stared at the screen, and typed out a single reply. "Sorry. Bit busy enjoying my overreaction. Hope the wedding was fun." And then? I blocked her. Then Mom. Then Max, just in case he tried to rope me into some guilt-ridden peace treaty. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, waved down the waiter, and ordered another cocktail. While my family unraveled back home, I was still in paradise. And for once, that didn't bother me at all. The next morning, I woke up to the soft sound of waves kissing the shoreline. The scent of salt and hibiscus drifted in through the balcony doors. I stretched, still in my robe, and for one perfect minute, I forgot there was a dumpster fire playing out back home. Almost. Then I glanced at my phone. Even though I'd blocked most of them, I still had 20+ missed calls from random numbers. They were trying everything. Voicemails too. Against my better judgment, I tapped one. It was Mom, frantic and theatrical. "I don't know what you think you're doing, but this is not the time for one of your tantrums. Your sister is destroyed. This family needs you. Delete." Next one. "Sophie, I don't understand. You're my brother. I need you. Please just call me." Click. Delete. Then came Max. Whispering like he was hiding in a closet. "Dude. Mom and Aunt Claire are planning to ambush your apartment when you get back. Just FYI. Also, Grandma Rose won't stop asking why you weren't there. This is wild." That one? I saved. It was too good. I tossed the phone on the bed and stepped out onto the balcony. The sun had just broken over the water, casting a golden shimmer across the sea. I closed my eyes and let it warm my face. Back home, my family was probably piecing together the emotional wreckage like some wedding-themed crime scene. Meanwhile, I was here. Drinking espresso in a robe, living out the most satisfying "I told you so" of my life. And the best part? Now they knew how it felt. To be left out. Ignored. Forgotten. And just like that, everything felt right. Honestly, it was kind of poetic. But I wasn't done yet. I grabbed my phone, snapped a picture of my breakfast, those same fluffy pancakes, a pile of bright fruit, and a mimosa so vivid it could have qualified as a light source, and posted it with the caption: "Starting the day stress-free. Hope things are calm back home." I knew they weren't. Just for fun, I peeked at my blocked messages. Smiled. Dozens of missed calls. Then I ordered another mimosa and went back to doing what I did best that week: absolutely nothing. I wasn't calling anyone back. They made their mess. They could clean it up. I was on vacation. Around noon, I was lying under a cabana with a tropical drink in hand. Yes, it had a tiny umbrella, when my phone buzzed again. This time, it was a text from Zoe. "Okay, I know you're pissed, and you should be. But you need to hear what happened after the wedding. Call me. You're going to love this." I raised an eyebrow. Zoe's always been the only one with both a brain and a conscience. If she said I'd want to hear something, it was probably worth it. Against my better judgment, I called her. She picked up on the first ring. "Oh my God, you finally answered," she said, already breathless. "Okay, sit down." I looked around, ocean view, breeze on my face, cold drink in hand. "Trust me, I'm in a good place." Zoe practically exploded. "Okay. So after the groom bailed, Sophie had a full-on breakdown. I'm not talking tears, I mean full Greek tragedy. Screaming. Wailing. Throwing stuff. The whole works." I grinned. "Sounds delightful." She went on, clearly living for the chaos. Everyone was trying to calm her down, and then I swear, I heard Aunt Claire say, and I quote, "This never would have happened if he had been here." Meaning you. I blinked. "Wait, what?" "Yeah," Zoe laughed. "She said you're the only one who ever knows how to manage Sophie. That if you'd been there, you would have handled it. Like you're some sort of emotional firefighter." I let out a sharp laugh. "So the family that banned me from the wedding now blames me for not being there to save it?" "Oh, it gets better," she said. Then my mom called Lisa delusional, and they started yelling. Grandma Rose stepped in and told Sophie she offended the cosmos by excluding you. I nearly dropped my drink. Please tell me she said that word for word. She did. Then she gave Sophie a whole public sermon about how if she treated her family better, she wouldn't be standing alone in her wedding dress. I couldn't stop smiling. That's art. Oh, and your mom tried to contact the groom's family to smooth things over, and his mom just goes, not our problem anymore. I had to set my drink down because I was laughing so hard. So where's Sophie now? Zoe sighed. Still crying. Still convinced it's everyone else's fault. Apparently trying to stage some kind of Plan B wedding, but it's not happening. I nodded. You know the best part of all this? What? I took a sip of my drink. I don't care. Zoe cracked up. Honestly? Can't blame you. Just thought you'd appreciate knowing karma has excellent aim. Oh, I do, I said. Thanks for the update. Enjoy your vacation, she said. And for the record, you made the right call. I hung up, more satisfied than I'd felt in years. They wanted a wedding without me? Great. Now they had exactly what they asked for. A total disaster. I raised my glass to the sky and toasted the best decision I've ever made. Then I turned my phone off and let the warm ocean air erase whatever guilt I had left. The rest of the day? No screens. No messages. Just a sunset cruise, a 5-star dinner by the sea, and a steak that ruined every other steak for the rest of my life. At one point, a thought floated in maybe I should feel bad for Sophie. Then I remembered how easily she excluded me. Yeah, no. I took a sip of wine, snapped a photo of the view, and posted it with no regrets. Then I turned my phone off again and smiled. Let them be mad. Let them stew. I was done being the family's safety net. The next morning, I woke up feeling lighter than I had in years. No guilt. No drama. No emergency-labeled family that secretly meant fix everything. Just me. The sound of waves. And a full day of peace. I stretched, ordered room service, and out of curiosity, turned my phone back on. Big mistake. Within seconds, the messages poured in. Mom, you need to stop acting like a child and call me. Sophie, I can't believe you're doing this to me. You're so selfish. Mom again, this isn't funny. Sophie's heartbroken. Do you even care? Unknown number, we need to fix this family before it's too late. I groaned. The speed at which they flipped from ignoring me to expecting me to be the family savior again was almost impressive. Then I got another message. From Zoe. Okay, I know you're ignoring everyone, but you should read this. Your mom's trying to organize a family sit-down when you get back. Just a heads up. I actually laughed. Loudly. They really thought I'd just come home, tuck my tail, and pretend none of this happened? Nope. I texted Zoe back. Thanks for the warning. But I'm not coming back. She replied almost immediately. Wait. What do you mean? Me? I'm extending my trip. They left me out, so now they can do it all without me. I could practically hear her gasp. A moment later, she responded. Okay. That's iconic. Tell me everything when you come back, whenever that is, ha ha. I smiled and set my phone down. Then I picked up my laptop. A few clicks later, it was official, trip extended. Another full week. No family. No drama. No we need to talk texts or guilt-tripping voicemails. Just me, the ocean, and uninterrupted peace. For the first time in a long time, I was exactly where I wanted to be, and no one could do a damn thing about it. Before heading to the beach, I sent one final message to the family group chat, just to be clear. Oh, so now you love having me close? Sorry, I'm too busy enjoying everyone's reactions. Have fun cleaning up your own mess. Then, for the last time, I blocked their numbers. Phone down. Drink ordered. Sun on my skin. No guilt. No tension. No second guessing. Just peace. And honestly? Best decision ever.